What do you think that is?
Oh, it's over 100.
Oh, that's 200 babies. All right, we're going to take a picture. We're going to count them.
Right.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Florida Exotic Fish Sales. We just finished our packing for the week. Tony's on the way to the airport with the fish, and we're heading over here. But one thing did happen. Somebody asked us about hybrids, and for some reason albinos came up. So I was trying to explain to them that albino's not a hybrid. It's actual genetics are in fish, everything for albino. In the wild, it doesn't happen. You imagine if you were running around the wild looking like this albino, I was going to show it to you, you wouldn't last too long. But anyway, we're going to look at the hybrid I do have on the farm is OB Peacock. And OB is always standard in the industry. It stood for orange blotch. So when somebody says, I got a blue OB Fiulaborni or a blue OB Travasi, the OB stands for orange blotch. So it always has. Now this is an albino, come on buddy, hold still. This is an albino strawberry. Now this came from a red peacock. So we call it albino strawberry. I wish it would hold still. Red eyes, in the tank. It's a beautiful fish, but this is not a hybrid. This is a real fish. And it exists in nature. So albinos have come up on my farm probably 3 or 4 times. We had original albino sunshine, then we came up with albino Kyogo, which is the Victorian flameback. There's albinos on Taiwans, there's albinos on several other peacocks, Eureka Jakes, come on. But this right here is a hybrid. And it's the only hybrid I have, and
that we intentionally breed.
Yeah. We breed this intentionally. I don't know how the original came about. I know for a while everybody was trying to make the female look as beautiful as the male. So there was people that were crossing OB things with everything they could find. And then they were, line breeding. And so this is OB Peacock, 100% a hybrid. It's beautiful.
And people love them or hate them.
Yeah, you either.
Go ahead.
You're either going to want this fish, you say no, it's a nasty old hybrid. And they come out all different ways. This is kind of more of a red one. This is kind of more of a blue one. And there's yellow ones that come out a little more yellow. Now see, there's females that look like that, and there's females that look like that. So there's no, in other words, when you breed a sunshine, you get a sunshine male, sunshine female. When you breed these guys, you get all the different little varieties of what they came from.
So what's the recipe? What fish are we mixing to create this fish?
I don't know, but this one's loaded with eggs. I noticed that Salvador had drained this, so he's planning to. I don't know how they did it. I don't know who did it.
Well, what do we use here on the farm?
I just got it.
Oh.
Somebody sent it to me and said, you ought to see this fish. So I did. So I don't know how they did. I know what they were doing before. I know that in the early 70s and late 70s, they were taking OB Fiulabornis and OB, sticking them in with every fish they could do. And the Fiulabornis, they pretty much will breed with anything.
So is this stock that we're looking at here, are these the spawn from previous
Yes.
OBs?
Yes, in other words,
so like if we lost these today, would we be able to start over again?
Yeah, well, only because I got OBs out there.
Right.
But if I were to lose these OBs right here, then I would have to either find them from somebody else, and there's no upgrading this genetically. It's not like I could bring a wild fish in and put it in here and say, okay, like I do on all my other fish, upgrade it genetically. The only thing I can do and will do and have done is bring in somebody else's, one of my other friends, OB, and cross them, because that'll shake up the genetics too. And that'll be helpful.
So if a hobbyist goes out in their local fish shop and they buy, you know, a couple of males, a couple of females, you know, what are the chances that they, I mean, will the offspring be a true, or will they revert back?
No, when we do these, there's a certain group of fish in there that go revert back to whatever they were using, which seemed to be a blue fish and just a drab female. So this thing doesn't kick out 100% OB. And the other one, I think, you know, is kind of, I'm not going to say it's not worth anything, but it has no value to us.
So if you had to put a number on it, would it be like, you know, a
80%
50%?
OB.
Okay.
80% OB, 20% of the other one.
Yeah.
So we don't save those. We don't do anything with them. We just shoot for this. And I noticed that seasonally we will change the male. So you know, Salvador seems to find a really good something, and he'll bring it up. These are young breeders, because the last time I looked at these were twice as big.
Yeah, these are not really that big.
No, they're twice as big.
The females.
Yeah. So he'll often, his upgrading on these guys is not getting new fish. His upgrading on these guys is setting up new breeders. So like I said, you're going to either, there's a lot of hybrids out there. Those bubbly look eyed.
Oh yeah, like the goldfish and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're gold. Yeah. But they're like flower horns. Flower horns are a hybrid, and those goofy looking, globular looking cichlids, I don't know what you call them. They're a hybrid. People love them or hate them.
Now, when I was looking through this tank, just at the sheer numbers, to me it looked like there was probably a total of 30 fish. So what would the ratio be in a breeder tank? This is about a 350 gallon vault. What would we set up in here? I
would say we got to go for Tony. I know Tony likes 1 male, 6 females. I think Salvador probably shoots for the same thing.
Yeah.
But there only looks like to be 3 males in here, so I am going to say to Salvador what's going on. He may be in the process of looking for a better, different kind of male to throw in here. While we were messing around with those OB Peacock hybrid, we had these 2 fish over here, which is kind of cool, acclimating the bag. These are P. Gibbiceps.
Also known as L165.
Right, the albino variety. And it's like Pterogoplichthys.
You're gonna butcher it.
It's a mouthful.
Google it.
You Google it. But we got these, and they're a cool fish. Oh, Lordy. And we don't know, you know, I got them to sell. And then I thought, Glenn said, well, why don't we try to breed them?
Yeah, we need to breed them.
And I said, well, I don't know. I know up in the Tampa area where the bulk of these plecos come from, these things, they burrow into the sides of, up there, they pond breed them, but they also collect them. They're out in the canals, and there's people that send crews out the whole year, I mean, when they're breeding.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. So they collect the eggs, and they burrow into the clay. Now, so I'm hoping that there's some differences in them. If you look down at them, to me, it's got a rounded face. This one here, it's fuller bodied, and it's not as quite as bright yellow, and it looks like it could almost be full of eggs. And so you look here, and the 2 holes, the second hole is really large. So that's kind of cool. And I know that there's something to do with the head of a pleco.
The cranial structure.
Yes. Now, see this compared to the pointy of the male?
This one is more rounded.
So there's definitely could be a pair. And this one looks just, I mean, you know.
She looks chunky.
Oh, yeah. That's
how exciting.
So now this, on the other hand, a little bit different color pattern, and this thing's gonna fight me. And I don't really want, I just got here, I don't want to mess with it too much. But I just saw that the two, they're very similar in size. This is not a big size difference like the other one.
Yeah.
So if we're lucky, this will be a male. Now how we're gonna breed them, I don't know. I called one of my friends up and he said, just get some, I don't have any clay ponds here, but stick them in the biggest batch of water I got, maybe a 16 by 16 with some docile fish, put some big containers in the corner, big piping. The darker, the better. He said if they breed, you're not going to know anything until all of a sudden, all around the piping.
Now people may be wondering, Rick, why'd we throw lids in here?
They're albinos, and they just like a little bit of, they got, I'm not going to say weaker eyes, but more sensitive eyes to the sun. So I put these here. Also, if any bird, oh, there's one of my buddies over here. Now I swear these things don't eat fish, but this guy looks like he's thinking about it.
He looks like he's drunk. He's wobbling around there on the edge of that tank.
Maybe he'll just fall over. Something, you know, the problem with him is something, you know, get him on the farm if he's not careful. Not me.
We've had an outbreak recently, not only of raccoons and iguanas, but now our security cameras, because we've got more than we want to mention. We have enough security cameras on this for Fort Knox, but we've now seen a pack of dogs, domestic dogs, that are running around the farm at night.
Yeah,
so.
you can, and which I kind of like because they chase the raccoons from even coming near here. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. So anyway, that's going to be a challenge for us. We'll see if we can do it. It looks like it's a pair. They'll maybe put them somewhere where they can forage. My friend said if they breed once, they'll breed again, so then maybe you can move them by themselves. But he thinks when the little babies come out, even if you don't put them with something really aggressive, like pseudos, but if you put them with peacocks or something like that, there's a good possibility that they will, by the time the babies come out and get all up and down the wall, that they won't be bothered by the peacock. So I'm gonna give it a try.
Sweet.
Never done it.
All right, Rick.
Okay, hey everybody, remember to subscribe, like us, send us comments, because one time I answered the comments, I had a lot of fun. Especially, who was it? It wasn't a
Louise, Elite Menagerie.
oh yeah. Yeah, she sent us, which I'm gonna have to call her until she's gonna have to pay my gym fee for the next 6 months. She sent us a big box of nut from the nut company, and they're wonderful. All kinds of varieties, and it's just like, thank you for them.
Thank you, Louise.
Yeah, talk to you all later.
All right, bye-bye.
It's the pleco tank we set up probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. So anyway, I lifted up one of these pots, and it was pretty cool what's in there. I can't remember if it's which one it is, but there it is. Those are all babies that have hatched, and the male has been taken care of. I'm going to put them over here in the bucket, and we'll take them in and start feeding them shrimp and stuff. They're not coming out.
They don't want to go. We can take the pot in, maybe, and then... Are they coming out?
Well, then the male won't have a little home. Dang, look at how many there are. That's crazy. They're really hanging on the sides. I got them all, basically. What do you think that is?
Yeah, it's over 100.
Oh, that's 200 babies.
Ah.
All right, we're going to take a picture. We're going to count them. And
Right.
who's going to win what?
Me.
Yeah. All right, we are going to take a picture. I'm going to count them. Not now, but in a minute. We'll add it to it. All right. Thanks for being around. Subscribe, like us, add a comment. We love the comments because then we get to answer them. That's a fun thing to do. All right. We'll see you after we count them.